I stayed too long in airport bar. I'm gonna miss this bloody flight. Welcome back to the channel, and this week I'm in Palma Nova and I'm in Mallorca. I'm here to find out, is Palma Nova any good in October? Is it belting or is it bloody rubbish? I've got this trip for under 200 quid. I'm here for 4 nights, 5 days if you count the fact that the flight out was early morning and the flight back is late at night. So I'm actually getting 5 days here with flights and this hotel for less than 200 quid. I'll show you how later. But yep, have a look at the room. Standard room, bathroom, shower, blah blah blah, you know me. Quick tour, messy bed because obviously I've been in it. We've got a fridge, there's a fridge under there and a balcony with a sea view. Weather's alright, it's currently 26 degrees but it is windy. So anyway, let's get out there, let's see what we can find. Oh, by the way, I want to see if I can find a proper pub, a right good old English pub abroad, because quick walk around, couldn't see one, just the usual standard abroad bars. I want to try and find a proper pub what sells proper pints and see what the prices are like. So anyway, let's get on with it, let's get out there, find out if it's belting or if it's bloody rubbish. Come on. So this bit of little beach, I don't remember, I've been here before and I remember it being quite a long stretch. This is only short, but I was younger, so maybe it's changed, maybe I'm further up, I don't know. That direction down the coast, you walk about 20 minutes that way, you're in the infamous Magaluf, which I am going to visit at some point on this little trip. And I will tell you later exactly how I got the deal I got to come here for so cheap, less than 200 quid. So yeah, but let's have a look around first. Obviously it is, you know, sort of mid-October, early October really, so it is quite dead, but then again it is like 10 o'clock in the morning as well, so and there we have it, the first karaoke bar I've seen. Yeah, no, after a couple of shandies later I might be in there bloody hurting everybody's ears. Definitely. And maybe in the kebab station later. See what it brings. Need to find a good pub first though, don't I? But there's plenty of little bars around. I've not really seen any sort of English or Irish sort of pubs, but you never know, you know, I might find some. But what have you there to wake up to the morning tea? Here's me getting my steps in. Woo. It's quite cool that they have these beds as well, shaded beds, it's pretty cool. Yeah, alright boat, stop whinging. Get this, yeah, can't beat it. I have this thing, this time of year, you know, when it starts getting cold at home and you just start feeling winter, you've just put heating on, and just to be able to get away for a few days and have that last little bit of what we'd call a summer. It's normality here, but it's absolutely beautiful. I can't recommend it enough for anybody, and you can get it cheap. My friend's just got flights, return flights coming here next week for £31 flying out of Manchester. 30 quid, you can't get a taxi into town for that. And that's return flights, so if you can get cheap enough accommodation, you know, if you're willing to sort of not have the finest, you know, you can come here for next to nothing, price of a night out basically. And my hotel I paid £107 for. I did get some money off because I do use hotels.com quite a bit, but I'll show you that later. But it cost me £107 for 4 nights, which is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's 20 odd quid a night, and in that I get breakfast, and it's a nice hotel. It's not even a, you know, it's not like a hostel or anything. It's not a crap hole. It's nice, as you'll see. So for that sort of money, I think altogether this has cost me, and that's with getting here, the bus transfer as well, about 190 quid, so less than £200. It's still amazing. Obviously I've got breakfast included, but I had a look round when I got here yesterday, and breakfast all along things like €4, €5 for a full English breakfast, you know, if that's your thing. So it's cheap as well. Food, meals, depending on where you go, are between €10 and €20, obviously depending on where you go and depending on what you want. I got an absolutely lovely chicken breast burger yesterday with chips, and it was like €10, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So a bit of salad, bit of coleslaw on it as well, you know, gotta have your healthy stuff as well as your chips and burger. Apparently, that's what my doctor says. Sure he lies. Yeah, but get a bit of this, people, for less than 200 quid for a week. Well, 5 days, sorry. But you know what I mean, less than 200 quid for that is stunning. Anyway, enough of me wittering on, let's go have a look around. So the hotel I'm staying in is the Azaline Hotel, Palma Nova Garden. Absolutely great hotel for the price. It is a bit of a budget hotel, but it is really big and really clean. The pool area is nice. The actual interior is gorgeous. They come and clean every day. It's got a little gym, if that's your thing while you're on holiday, where you can work out. But I want to walk around. Walking up towards Magaluf, mate. Look at the colour of that sea. Healthy. Yeah, look at that. So I've just walked up into Magaluf, and I don't remember this. It's like an old shipwreck, cum beach bar. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like that. And here's the square, not quite as infamous as the Benidorm Square, but still, it's the square. Very quiet at the moment, obviously, but it is afternoon. But it is Saturday afternoon, so I expect this to get a bit lively later on. Oh, they got Peaky Blinders, like 2 PM till 6 PM, frozen daiquiri, €6. That sounds like a plan, to be fair. Live music tonight, hooched. Might be worth a visit. Do you know what? I feel like a beer. I think I'll go and get one. Yay! I said I wanted to find a proper pub, and here we have the Prince William pub. Do I try it? I think I should. It looks like a proper pub outside. How's it like inside? Let's find out. That, it is like a proper pub. It's mad. And I got a pat of mouth. €3.50. About 3 quid, really. No. It's alright. 5 out of 10. Place is absolutely dead because, like, it is Saturday, but it's early, and it's out of season, so sure later on this will be banging. White sands, beautiful. You can feel the storm sort of coming in, so it is actually quite nice. It's a lot nicer than I remember. I remember Magaluf having a bad reputation for being a party place, but it actually seems alright. But obviously I've been here in the daytime and not in night time. I've got about a 30-minute walk back to my hotel, but I've had a cocktail and 2 beers. So I got recommended a restaurant called Taylor's of some locals while I was over here, so I decided to nip and try it, and I had the most amazing Thai meal. €18. Oh my word. Check this out, beef and shrimp. Oh yeah, try that. Oh my word. That is nothing short of amazing. Oh yeah. There we go now, look at that. Comes a bit alive at night, doesn't it? So there we go, this is only down the road from the hotel. Like, whoa. 10-minute walk, I'd say. 5-minute walk, maybe. But this is what Friday night looks like. I think I said Saturday earlier on in the video. I'm losing days. That's what happens when you go on holiday. But yeah, this is Palma Nova. As for beer prices, I think average price in Palma Nova is like €5 a pint, which is quite expensive if you ask me. But When I went in Magaluf, it was like £3.50 a pint. It's about £3, so not much similar from home, if you like.
It's got to be there, you haven't had enough.
He's having his picture drawn there. Good on him. Yeah, well, it's nice. There's a beach sea. Not that you can see it because it's bloody pitch black, but yeah, all good. So my last stop on the way back to the hotel was this little bar called Olivia's. It's basically a short walk from the hotel on the front, and it's absolutely fantastic. I managed to catch these two, who I think were superb. Check them out. And after our absolutely superb meal and that nice glass of wine then in that music place, went back to the hotel. Friday night, it's around 9 o'clock, so it's still quite early, but I want to get up early in the morning because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ride that storm. I'm going up into the hills in a mountain bike, and I'm going to, where am I? On there, here. There's my hotel, and I'm going to get up into the mountains on a mountain bike and let's see this storm. It's come from Ibiza apparently, so the other day it was really bad in Ibiza, and apparently it's going to be really bad here tomorrow. So as you do, most people will be hiding away from it. I'll get on a mountain bike, get up into the mountains, let's see what it brings. It's been a good night though, I've enjoyed it. Yes. So let me show you some examples of flights you can get. Here on the screen is a flight going next month from Manchester. If you use Skyscanner, you should already know about Skyscanner, but if you don't, use Skyscanner, search for the dates you want, and you can basically put Spain anywhere. It'll search for flights anywhere you want, and it'll give you the cheapest option. So as you can see here, it's like 30 quid to get over here, a return flight, which is just absolutely amazing. So what I usually like to do is get my date set in my head of when that flight's. I find optimal time is about 5 to 6 weeks before you want to go is when to start searching for flights, because that's when they seem to be the cheapest. And then once you've got your flights, you know what date you're going. Right now you can book like a cheap coach transfer from the airport, like here. I looked for one, I think it was £22 return. But the trouble with coach transfers, they take a long time. You can be the last dropped off. It can go to 30 different hotels and you'll be the last one off. Don't really like doing them. I like looking into public transport. I got the bus from the airport. A taxi was €70 from the airport to here. The bus was €4 and it took like 35, 40 minutes. So absolute no-brainer. €4. It's nothing, you know, it's the price of a pint. So there's always that side to look into. Then I use sort of hotels.com. Now this hotel was £200 for the 4 nights originally. I had some one key cash of what it's called. If you use booking.com, hotels.com, the more you use it, the more it saves you cash for you. So I had some to knock off, hence why I got it for under £200. It still would have been under £300 the entire trip, even without that. But also, anything you buy online, if you haven't already, sign up to any cashback service. So I use Quidco personally, and as you can see here, I've had quite a lot of money back. Whatever you buy online, anything you buy online, use a cashback app. It doesn't cost you any more, but you get a certain amount of cash back, be it 2%, 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever you spend, you're going to get some of it back. And think of it as a savings pot. Now, I've been using it for about 10 years, and as you can see, I've had probably about £3,500 with what it actually owes me as well of what I've already had. So I would say that's like £350 a year. That's this trip for free every year, just by using that. If you use Argos, type Argos into Quidco or Top Cashback, anything like that, type Argos in, it'll come up and it'll say, well, we got 3% off. So you buy something then on Argos and you get 3% of that back, cash. And it's just a savings pot. Keep saving, you can draw it out when you want. So that's a tip for saving money. And then any site you then use as well will have its own rewards scheme, like booking.com, Expedia, hotels.com have a thing called One Key Cash. So when you book as well, you get a certain amount of cash back off that, which you can then also save up for another trip like this. So once or maybe twice a year, these trips cost me nothing. So there you go. Anyway, and the tip is look for a deal. Some hotels will be probably £500, but that week they will have 60, 70% off because they've not sold much out and they'd rather have people in than be empty. So as you get nearer to the time, keep checking, keep checking, keep checking. You will get somewhere for an absolute bargain deal. So anyway, I've done what I said for this video. We're going to get a storm today. So I've decided I may go out and hire a bike and head up into the mountains, because if it's going to be a spectacular lightning storm, what's the most sensible option? Get up somewhere high on a metal frame and see the views. So don't try it at home, kids. You know, I'm a trained professional. Not. Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to have a ride up. I'm just going to wait until it slackens off a bit because it's a bit bouncy down at the moment. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a mismatch of video really, isn't it? Because I didn't actually film many pubs, but it doesn't matter. I've got more to come. So thanks for watching. And if you did like it, please press like and leave a comment. Call me what you want. I'm thick-skinned, I can take it. And if you haven't already, please press subscribe, because that will really help me. It doesn't cost anything. It won't cost you a penny. It just helps my channel grow. So thanks again. See you in the next one. Peace. And because people also ask me, what happens if something cancels? How do you go on? Well, it's simple. You can cancel your hotels right up to the last minute and get your money back, right? Your transfers, you haven't really paid for. And if you have, it's €20. Your flights are the only thing you would lose money on, but you've paid £30 return. So the risk isn't all that great. And the number of trips I've done, I have never cancelled one yet. So it's worth it. All you're doing when you're going to a travel agent or anybody online selling a holiday is they're just putting that same package together for you and putting a cost on top. And that's where they make the money. Do it yourself. Save some money. Peace.